Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Sagittarius. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right, your person's energy, the Ace of Wands in reverse. All right, your energy, the Six of Swords in reverse. And what's going on between the two of you, we see the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is usually, for me, things are not quite what they seem. And we see the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so I'm hearing a couple of different things. I feel like some of you, your person, when I first pulled this Ace of Wands in reverse, I heard this person feels like they don't stand a chance. Now, the Ten of Pentacles tells me this is somebody who has a lot to offer, or they're looking for a long-term connection. Now, they may feel rejected by you, Sagittarius. They may have rejected you. This could also be a connection that hasn't quite found its form yet. Okay, and they worry that, they're not good enough or they don't stand a chance. All right, so we have the King of Cups in reverse. So it looks like your person isn't quite emotionally investing in this connection, or they're feeling very emotionally drained by what's going on here. They're viewing you as the Star card, Aquarius energy. So Sagittarius, without a doubt, you are what this person wants. They either want to heal things with you, they may feel at home with you, they may feel like you have a very healing quality for them. But I also feel like this person wants to play the long game. Like they want you to be a part of their future. Now with the Six of Swords in reverse, it feels like you're not moving towards them because you might be reading their energy as not giving to this connection, not investing emotionally, physically, financially, not taking steps. You may feel rejected by this person, but a lot of you, I feel like you haven't been able to quite move on from this person or this connection. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's an ex. It could be somebody you've been checking out. It could be somebody you've been flirting with. It could be somebody you've hooked up with. But it feels like you're feeling a little bit conflicted. You're a little bit detached, but you haven't quite been able to move on. And we see the Eight of Cups, but you sure as hell are thinking about it, right? With the Eight of Cups. Should I leave? Should I walk away from this? Is this my connection? So I feel like you're kind of in this in-between. You're being pulled in both directions. You're viewing this person as the Five of Swords in reverse, which takes us back to the Four of Swords. It's like they're not taking enough action. You may feel like they're being lazy with you. The Five of Swords in reverse can also indicate that you might know this person wants to heal things with you, but you're not sure. You're not sure if you want that. You're not sure if you can. With the King of Treasure or the King of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, I feel like right now neither one is fully investing in this connection. And this can also be like things aren't quite what they seem. And your person is viewing the connection as the Three of Swords. So they might be worried about third-party interference, whether that's gossip or family, work schedules, distance, or romantic rivals. But I actually feel like your person is feeling quite heartbroken about what's unfolding. And right now, Sagittarius, you're seeing the relationship as the Hermit card. Now, it may be a connection where you felt alone within the relationship. But for a lot of my Sagittarius, I think you're doing some soul searching. You're taking a moment to look at all the details, you're going within, and you're really checking in to see, should I or shouldn't I? Is this something I should invest in, or should I walk away now? So with the Knight of Swords here, I feel like, Sagittarius, you do want to communicate, but I also think you're soul searching and you're looking for the truth of this connection. Again, should I, shouldn't I? You're looking at all the details, and I feel like you are trying to take your emotions out of it. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we need to know about them. So we see flow, all right, meandering pathway. So I do think your person is trying to go with the flow right now. Okay, even though I think emotionally they're probably a little bit of a wreck behind the scenes. We see transcending. This person with the Pegasus Oracle card coming through, they want to transcend obstacles. They want to be able to move forward. Star card energy and playfulness. And this person wants to bring back that youthful playfulness to this connection, because whatever's going on feels extremely heavy for both of you, okay? And whether it's just silence, or it's a fight, or an argument, or it's a separation, it's like they miss that playfulness. Now, I do like the Ten of Pentacles, because it does tell me this person has a lot of worth and value. I do think they're looking for something solid and secure. But let's see what else we need to know about them. The Phoenix. They want another chance, a new phase, a rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Okay, so it looks like this person, they want another shot here with you, or they want a renewal of this connection. And we see photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgic. They want to make new memories. I mean, it's so solid, their energy with what they want. Now, whether or not they can get that is going to be completely up to you. All right, so we see wedding rings. So union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So you're feeling it too. All right, and we see girl with a snake, but there's a big caveat here. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. So I'm wondering, Sag, if there's a little bit of, if you feel like this person wasn't pulling their weight within the connection, is there something in their behavior that's reminding you of a past person? Because I know that you guys are masters of pattern recognition. So there may have been something here that made you feel like, you know what, I'm not doing this again. Or this reminds me of my ex, or I've been here before. And that may have made you, stopped you in your tracks. Some of my Sagittarius, you're wondering, are you being used? Can you believe this? Can you trust this person? So I can see why you've put up some boundaries here. All right, so let's see what Spirit would like you to know about the connection. I think you're ready to speak your truth, though. But let's see, what do we need to know about the connection? Try something you've never done before. Passion. So there's definitely passion and attraction. I do think there's more to it than that. But at the same time, I feel like Sagittarius, it's like this is a reminder to try something you've never done before. You don't want to repeat old patterns, and you're very clear about that. And we see strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And maybe that's what they were giving you. Or maybe I feel like that's probably what you're trying to figure out here, because the King of Cups in reverse tells me that although behind the scenes they might be shedding tears and they might be really emotional, they may have made you feel rejected. They may not have been investing enough. The King of Pentacles and the King of Cups in reverse tells me that you probably felt that maybe this is just something short-lived, or maybe this cannot go the distance. All right, let's see what their very next actions are within the next couple of days, maximum a week. What are their next actions towards Sagittarius? Fool card, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. All right, and we see the Six of Swords. They are coming towards you. So in the next couple of days, next week or so, I think they're going to take a risk, take a leap of faith, and come towards you. Communication, incoming communication, maybe trying to heal or repair this, or at least to help you get some clarity. All right, what advice and guidance do we have for Sagittarius? Advice and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right. Expansion. New opportunities are being presented now. Walk through the door of greater experience and abundance. Okay. So are these new opportunities with this person, Sag, or is Spirit showing us that you may have other options available to you if this is something that you feel isn't going where you want it to, where you want it to go, or if it's a connection that's made you feel stuck. All right. And we see wounding. This indicates a challenging relationship dynamic, and I can definitely see that here. Recognize this circumstance as a soul agreement, and others are shaped by their own past life wounds, okay? And shining your light. Your purpose in a connection is to guide someone to find healing light. And that is really beautiful because they see that with the Star card. You will assist with their awakening. So it feels like you are not only a teacher for this person, but you are a karmic lesson for this person. Now remember, karmic lessons don't necessarily have to be bad, and it doesn't mean that because there's a karmic lesson here, this connection can't work out. You're going to be the one that decides, Sag. And I think you're going to be getting clarity pretty soon about whether or not you do want to move forward with this person or you want to walk away. But just know that your impact has been powerful, meaningful for this person, and you are assisting in their awakening. All right. And also teaching them how to treat you, how to treat others, how to show up in a relationship. You know, maybe throwing money at it isn't always the best answer. How to repair, things like that. All right, Sag, so it looks like you have some big decisions coming up after some clarity coming in, but I do think it's time for that conversation. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.